Hello and welcome to Pablo Barrera Magic. Today we are going to continue with the topic said before in another video related to San La Muerte, the Saint Lord of Death, which is not the Santísima Muerte. I want to clarify for the Mexicans who give call to the Santísima, la Niña, bendita sea para siempre, la Imperatriz del Mictlán. So, being said, San La Muerte is the kind of entity that can do anything. Just like I said, anything you want, he can bring to you if you deserve it, if you are worthy of that. No matter if you're asking something evil or something good, if you are good for him, we always be good. Always. But if you do something bad and you fall, will be always your fault because your Lord of Death didn't want to do that thing. So easy, plain English. San La Muerte is an ally for life, is a divinity, and San La Muerte is the face of the paganism of the 21st century. A shoe has two heads. Both turn around with faith. One is Beelzebub in hell, and the other Jesus of Nazareth. Do you wanna know? Shall we begin? The first question about this entity, this spirit, this divinity, this God, because it's not only, how can I say, traditional, magical idiosyncrasy of the South American people, of the people from the Santísima Muerte from Mexico, and so on. No. This is a representation of such a cult, which is not religion because it's decentralized, there's no leaders, there's no eclair, there's nothing because it's the saint of the people in trouble, the people with suffering in their lives, the people with power, with dark powers. But at the same time, the people like lawyers and many others who do justice on the planet. These are not the entities of the bad people of the planet. It's the entity of the all-powerful people of the planet. No matter if you're black or white, no matter if you are good or evil in certain levels of control of this planet. That's the way of see things. Maybe you can say, you talk like an Illuminati. Well, indeed they are right in many, many things. But today, we are going to discuss about San La Muerte, the Lord of Death, and how is its own story, and why he is not the Santísima Muerte from Mexico. Open details. The story begins in the time of the Jesuits in South America, in the time of the colony, as we say in Spanish, the time of the conquering of Spain and the church surrounding the richfulness of our lands, taking out whatever they wanted. But some people, some priests, had some gifts from God, and one of them was living between Paraguay and the Corrientes province of Argentina. All the Mesopotamia, Argentinian, and Paraguay and the south of Brazil was the zone where this priest was a healer. He was Christian, he was a Jesuit. Just like Francisco, he was a Jesuit. But the church didn't want him because he was healing people. He lived with the Guarani indigenous citizens of Paraguay on that times. They were on the leprosarios of Corrientes, Entre Rios province, healing black people, black slaves from that times in the Portuguese south side of Brazil. So this priest was jailed for being a healer. He was jailed. And he have a vacuole where he put his own hand, and he stayed in this way until this day, because he died or on a bed. He died stood. His spirit is a healer, but it is a phalange of a certain divinity from the past, which is the angel of death, the angel of all things, the angel of Barbelo, Shaitan, Samael, Nergal, Asmodeus, Ares, any kind of mask you wanna use. San La Muerte is an universal God, just because on this material reality, in our actual vibration, we are all living, all connected at this moment of the universe. We didn't achieve the correct concept of death, which defines us as humans at all. But death is knowledge for magicians. San La Muerte is a bringer of knowledge, a bringer of power. Can be used for evil, of course. He is neutral, just like a shoe, because San La Muerte is a shoe too, and has his own shoes, known as the shoe Caveira people. The people from the school nations of the cemetery, the souls, and many, many other povos, or people, or group of spirits, that kind of things. A nest of power made of the flesh of the soul substance, which is the egum, as we talked before in another video. San La Muerte is the king of the cemetery, is the lord of the big cross in the center of a cemetery. He lives there. And below him there's always an ossuary, a place where the old, forgotten bones were detached into a hole to oblivion. He's the king of the Cruz Mayor, the biggest cross, the major cross of the cemetery. And his name, on that case, is Omulurray da Calunga. Salve sua banda, salve seu Exu. You can do good things and bad things with magic with San La Muerte? Of course, he's neutral. Why? So he's bad. If he can do an evil, he's evil. He's evil and bad. He's far from it, plus ultra. San La Muerte is far from polarity or duality. And that's the reason his candle is black and white. But now I'm gonna show you a simple altar of San La Muerte. And you have the problems that I mentioned before. You can solve it by your own. Before showing you a common altar, a simple altar you can have with San La Muerte, I want to clarify a few things. San La Muerte is a big problem solver, just like a shoe. At the same time, he has power over the shoe sphere, so he has representation of himself as a shoe, which is known as a shoe school. But we, generally speaking, we use the term caveira in Portuguese, which is a shoe caveira and his own family of schools, the spirit of the schools in the cemetery. San La Muerte is the massive representation in the planet of this king of the cemetery, which is a male, is a man, is the masculine force, is the phallus of the death, the phallus of knowledge. This is the phallic energy of San La Muerte, of Lord of Saint Death or Saint Death. You need to understand, if you have problem with drugs, or you have problem with alcohol, or certain or several addictions, or you have problems with the law, or you are in jail in an unfair way, you were not responsible for such crime. You are a powerful man from the organized crime or a president of a country. San La Muerte don't care who you are. He has no moral concerns, but he made justice. That's the reason people from United States and Mexico loves us, because we try to be honest, not to sell you glasses of colors and in 24 hours your lover will return. In exchange of what? You will never know. About San La Muerte, I will show you the official image. Know the difference between a Santísima Muerte and a San La Muerte. This is a model of San La Muerte. This is a San La Muerte. This is a big image made by artisans, by craftsmen who have the capability to use these molds. This is San La Muerte, the Holy Lord of Death, or Saint Death. If you want to speak in English the name San La Muerte, you only can say Saint Death. But he is male, not female, because he is the husband of Santísima Muerte. While the husband operates in the south side of the planet, the Santísima Muerte operates in the north side of the planet. But now it's time for an exchange, to move Santísima Muerte to the south and move San La Muerte to the north. And now I want to tell you how to start and what is the purpose to give call to San La Muerte.